First and foremost, when I tag myself as a people champion, and it's because of my genuine love for people. I'm really excited about a certification that I just finished with the University of South Florida about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And interestingly enough, it was an amazing program, but a lot of the things that are being taught is about people. So my passion for people is what allows me to do what I do. And I believe it allows me to do it well because it's genuine. It's not just what I do as a career or being an entrepreneur, it's who I am as a person. And
Mm.
that people connection is what's so important to me. And inspiring you actually came from many years of being, of course, in corporate and being in roles where I have to lead others. And it's my philosophy is I work for the people that I'm leading. And people are like, you're so much of an inspiration. You inspire me to do so much. You inspire me this, and you inspire me. So when I decided to start inspiring you, it just kept clicking to me. Inspiring you, inspiring. I want to inspire you to be better. There's no limits. People say you got to get out the box. I really never had a box. So
Yeah, okay,
it's,
yeah, that's true. That's very
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Notice that based upon what when I worked with you, and then when I started reading about you and getting involved with some of your Facebook and things like that, I started realizing, boy, boxes, no. And it made me realize, and this is a question, kind of a backstory. Why did you spend time in corporate America? Because your whole background was entrepreneurial shaped. Why did you spend time in
Correct.
corporate there?
As it said in the intro, back in, as a matter of fact, it's 1995, I lost my childhood sweetheart. I was
Yeah.
with my husband since we were 11 years old.
By the
Um,
way, how old were your kids when that happened?
my kids were, my youngest was 2, my middle one was 7, and my oldest was 13.
Okay. All right. So I didn't know that, so I didn't mean to interrupt, but go ahead.
No worries at all. Yeah. So when he passed away, we lived in New York. He was a drowning accident, and I was suddenly alone. I'd been with him since we were kids. We went to elementary school, junior high school, got married, had children, had the home, the car. We had the life was grand, and then all of a sudden he was gone. And being up north where it's I'm from New York, and I just decided that I didn't want to raise my boys in New York. All moved down here to Florida the very next year. My family thought I was nuts. They were like, what are you doing? This is
Right.
all, you're just going to
Yeah.
get up and leave. And I decided to go into corporate, ironically enough, Glenn, so I can get somewhat of a normal life.
Mhm.
Because being an entrepreneur, you work in insane hours, right? So although, and I changed my entire industry. I come from a background of hair designers. So when I
Yeah.
came to
Yeah. Yeah.
Florida, I was a hair designer, but I changed my whole career, and I was always a people leader type of person,
You
even
are.
with our organizations. That's what I did. So I went into corporate to try to do the 9 to 5 so I can be more aligned with trying to raise 3 children on my own.
Right.
I still had that entrepreneurial philosophy, of course, because when you come from doing your own thing, you it's ingrained. You're gonna do even working with an organization as if it's your very own, and that's basically what I did.
I think people can see that in the story. If you have that entrepreneurial background and that entrepreneurial feeling, when you go to work for a corporate, it's still that entrepreneurial feeling and background. Would you agree?
Absolutely. And the thing about it is like there's no such thing as a 9 to 5. The blessing for me, I did go into corporate in a leadership role. I went in from day one as a leader. So I did not have the hours. My schedule was what it was, but my philosophy is the job is done when the job is done. So there was still a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, and I'm going to be there for my people